Very good afternoon to everyone. Guys, I'm searching again, would like to discuss, would like to explain some of the point of view because weather has almost the change. In a evening or morning time, we are feeling little bit coldy and little bit already changed after raining and continuously in the evening time last 5 or 4 days in our super city in a Dineshpur every day rainfall and weather had totally turned, and in the evening in the noon time after 11 or 10 o'clock we will feel and we felt very shining hot and sticky, and weather has become very sticky and atmosphere is already increased in this weather. But in the evening or morning time we are feeling better, and weather had totally changed. So in the next month we have already felt we have already feel very good. Weather has, I think weather has totally changed. So that's why, and as you know, nowadays in every year in the month of the September, all over the schools exam is going on. 6 monthly exam is going, half yearly exam is going on. So nowadays my children exam is going on. So that's why I am getting busy to suggest them, to teach them, to share my experience, and I try level my best to make them understand their syllabus. And it is not difficult for us, but we need to understand. And how can I, because I'm not a professional teacher, and I have no any type idea how can I explain, how can I handle, how can teach them very easily with an example. There are many examples because children are very curious to know, to learn all over the things in their life by the example. If we have many example, because a teacher qualified their all over the subject, and he knows very well about fully of the knowledge. That's why we call a teacher, and he is a master of his subject. So he knows very well how many example and how can we handle of the teacher by the example. And a teacher has many type exam, various type of the example, so he can make them understand very easily, make them explain, and a teacher can understand very easily. How can I teach to make them it easy, and children keep put in their mind very easily. So that's why I'm not a teacher, but it is my priority being a owner of the of house, and owner of this and father of my children. So that's why it is my priority to try to understand their feeling, and how can I make them explain very easily, make it easy. Because almost the student, according my point of view, almost the student study nowadays study their education only for rectification, and they totally depend on only for rectification. And after the exam, if you will discuss, if you ask some of the questions and about anything, so they cannot explain very easily due to the fear, due to the shame, due to the insult of the other, due to the make fun of the other. So I'm not I don't need to go in this way, because whatever I have knowledge, whatever I experience, so I try my best to explain, to teach them by the playing. And I try to write some of the question in my mind, and I know very well my hard will pay off one day. So that's why it is my thinking in terms of teaching them. I'm not a good, but whatever I try to teach them, they understand very easily, and they never forget in their rest of life. If because it is my habit, be a habitual, keep on asking between the conversation, between the by the playing with them. And when we sit at our home in a place, at a place, by the discussing, by the enjoyment, by the make fun to each other, so that time I keep on writing some of the question in my mind, and write some of the question, what is the mean of this, when I explained that day. So he takes my children little bit takes time to, but they understand very easily, they reply very easily. If they are not capable to make them to answer, so I will try level my best to support again. And when I suggest them, it is a good way to build up your knowledge, to make a habit to reading, make a habit to playing, make a habit to be a habitual in this type studying. So you will grow in your life, you will get everything in your life, definitely, surely. So that's why it is my thinking, because I try level my best to learn this type language. It is a second language for me. So I am speaking on this way, as like I used to more than more a single videos, watch again and again, and till now I could not able to understand. I'm not able to understand. So till now again I have to watch and try to understand what is the sense of in this video and how can they explain very easily. So that's why I try learn my best to teach them. If you do, you will make it easy, very easily in point of view. Don't need to ratification. And because if you get a ratification, so after that, after some time you will forget in your life. So how can you remember, how can you memorize, repeat from your memory? So it is not a good way, it is not a correct way. In sense of understanding, it is your priority. You have to raise your hand and ask again and again. Don't need to ask me, you have to go to the school. So after that you can help of your teacher. Sir, I'm not able to understand that type chapter, so I need to read again and try to make them make this chapter again. So your teacher surely help a lot, because it is not a cup of tea of them, because they are a master, they are qualified all of the subject, and they have everything. They are a knowledgeable person about their subject. So that's why it is our priority to ask some of the questions and take interest a lot by the studying, by the build up, by the it is a time, it is a studying time. You have no any type of work, and you should not think. Instead of taking a burden on your mind, instead of ratification, instead of be a parrot tota, like a rattu tota. So don't need to be a ratification study based on the ratification study. First of all, we have to need to understand what is the basic rule to understand of this type things, this type matter, and after that we have to write some of the question on ourselves, in our mind. What did happen and how did do this, and what is the reason to read this type chapter. After that, when you ask, when you write some of the question in your mind, so you will definitely figure out some very easily, and your mind is openly be a open-minded. So you face many initially time, you will have to face many difficulty, many struggle, and but after some time you will feel, oh, it's not a big deal for me, it is easy for me, and I have to, because it is our biggest problem to take a action, to rise of the asking and rising some of the question. It is the old root cause of our trouble, because we don't want to get into this type habit to ask, to discuss, to rise some of the question, and we don't take interest, because our mind is not stable. Our mind keep on thinking in the effortlessly things, and don't take accept our mind it is a burden, and we try to escape, we try to live, and we try to escape of ourselves. Who will take a burden, who will get into this type topic it deeply. If you don't need to go deeply to find out some of the qualities through the deeply, so you will not get success in your life. If you understand whether I have to face many problems in my life, so you will till end you will find some of the result, some of the solution, and after that you will feel, oh, it was not difficult for me, and I can solve very easily. So you have to believe on yourself, and you come to know about your capacity, and after that you can crack all over the exams, and nothing will go in your nothing will happen in your life wrong, and you will take interest a lot by the studying, by the, because all of the children according to the schooling time, I also used to escape myself to read the book to know, but how can we make them it easy for our children, and how can they take interest to reading the book, to understand and what is the meaning of this type. So by the conversation, by the discussing, by the spend our valuable time with them, so they will surely, I'm not because I understand, because my children takes interest a lot when I make them, when I teach them, they understand very easily. If they are not able to understand, I keep on again and again give an example, and by the example they understand very easily. After that, they never. I keep on practicing between by the during the discussing, by the any kind of free time. So nowadays exam is going on, and I am getting busy to teach them, and it's a little bit burden on me, because I have to handle both our children one by one to explain all over the subject, and there are many lessons as already completed. So that's why they are taking also burden, because there is a child, they are not able to understand only for ratification, and as well as they keep on understanding, and I will handle, and they have no any type tension, and we should not get into the number. We should not depend on the number cannot justify of the he is a knowledgeable person, he is a good person. No, we should not judge of the others by the number, because number can make by the cheating, by the asking of the others, but real knowledge is a real knowledge, and we have to understand what is the mean of the real knowledge. So keep on watching this video, and I try my best to explain one by one all over my things, and instead of asking some of the question of the others, I try to because without any type of hesitation I can ask. So that's why it is my priority to explain to express myself in front of the someone, and how can I remove all or my hesitation. So that's why it is my practice session is going on, and I never try to miss, I never give up to make more practice. And when I was asking looking for something in my house, so my children keep on spotting a lot, and they explain very easily. So that's why you have to feel free and try to explain. Keep on watching. Thank you.